it's Debbie. I have had a request from someone to do a video talking about our color shifting polishes and also the Angelic and Prismatic tints. So let's start with the color shifting polishes, and if this video gets too long, maybe the Prismatic and Angelic tints will have to be a separate video. We'll see. We'll see. You know me, I get talking and I can get a little long-winded. Let's put it that way, long-winded. So I know I keep grabbing this plate, but when I was looking at doing layers, because that's one of the things that I find our color shifting polishes are just so perfect for, is when you want to do something layered that's a little watercolory maybe. This is a fantastic place to use these polishes. So to show you what I mean, let's grab one of these and do a couple of roses, and I'll show you the effects that you can get with these color shifting polishes. Now they're quite sheer, so they're nice to use as a highlight or as a reflection layer. Let me show you. Let me show you, because talking about it isn't the same as showing you. So I'm grabbing a soft purple here. This is number 78, and I'm going to use that as my base color for the first part of this rose. Pick that up like so. Grab a cotton here. Okay, let's put that right here. Pop it on the thumb, just so it's easy to see. Now, this is not so easy to see because it's almost a tone on tone, but you can see it in the reflection there. So now I'm gonna grab SC02. So when you look at this one, they have a shift to them, where if you move it in the light, it looks different and it's got sort of that halo. So this one's definitely blue. So let's use this guy over top of the purple. I'm gonna use them over a couple of different purples. Here's the second layer and show you the difference over a couple of different ones. Take off this bit of extra I just picked up. Okay, now this is just going to slip right on top, just the flower portion. So look how that is giving definition to that flower, and look at the shift that happens when you move it in the light. Let's add some green. What is this color I've got out here? This is 213. We're going to use it as our leaves. And then we're going to use one of the color shifting polishes over top just to give the leaf some definition as well. Okay, so this guy slips in. It's pretty obvious where he goes. Right in like so. And then if we look at this one, you can see how it very obviously shifts to green. So that'll be perfect for a leaf, just to give the leaf a bit of life. Now I've gone down into the space here, so let's give this a little cleanup here. I want to make sure there's not any extra polish in that layer, otherwise it's probably not going to pick up the whole thing properly. Okay, so there's that one, and that is SC09, so I don't forget. And you lift it up and it's very sheer, but watch what happens when we put it down over top of our leaves. So I'm looking just at this bottom leaf here, popping that in there, and then rolling the other one to the side. And look what happens. Just gorgeous how it gives that leaf the shimmer. Let's come in here a bit. On all of this stuff is probably better. And you can see that that just picks up the edges down here of this leaf. Same thing with that rose. You can see those colors shift and change. Really, really pretty definition. So let's give this guy its outline and see that final look. And I'm using color number 123 here. Beautiful silvery gold. Silvery gold, there you go. Seems like an oxymoron. Just a really light gold. And that guy just pops right down there. And check that beautiful rose out. So much depth, really, really pretty. Just grabs the light. Okay, let's do the darker one. So we can see the difference. So this is just using a darker base, and this guy is 153. Now am I too zoomed in here now? I feel like it's not really focused very nicely. There, let's try that. 153. Let's do exactly the same flower so we can see the difference. And we'll put him right here. And that same color, what was this one again? A CO2. Okay. And lift him up, clean up those little messes. And then pop that guy, same way, down over top of this darker color. And you can see how that gives it just that little shift, but the definition to that rose now. Now let's use a bit darker green, 218, for these leaves to go with this guy, just a bit of a different look. These are so pretty, I love them. I love how just earthy and natural they are. Get that in there, whoops, right out of frame, sorry guys. There we go though. And now we'll take that same SC09, that green shifting polish. Now I didn't clean that guy out, let's see if we get away with it. Didn't notice it till I was putting it down. Oh, we did get away with it, look at that. Love it when I get away with little naughties. Okay, let's see if we can do this in frame, Debbie. So I'm just looking at this bottom one. Once I get the sheer polish right over top of that base, you can see where it's gonna go down. So you can see the difference there on that deeper rose. Just a totally different look, right? Okay, let's grab a black outline for this one. Go with that kind of deep, rich theme. And then this guy just pops right down, that V there in the end of this rose. Give it a push. Guys down trying to jump up on us there. There we go. And then there's the one with the gold outline. Just a completely different look. And with that lighter base, bit of a different look. But a great way to use these color shifting. I want to do one more rose and then we're going to move on to something a little different. We'll show you a couple of other plates here. Give that a quick little clean. And this is number 62, this red. And then I've pulled one of the color shifting polishes that's kind of a reddy orange. I'll show you here in a sec. Let's get that down on a nail. And then this one, look how it shifts really sort of a coppery red. And that guy is SC03. So we'll show you that over top of the red. So it's amazing how you can take one image on a plate and make it look so many different ways just by changing out the colors. Depending on the season, depending on your mood, depending on your outfit, whatever. You can completely customize your images to what you need. Oh, love that one. Okay, let's go with this lighter green. That again was 213. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to clean out as I recall here. Went straight into that leaf when I scraped that last time. Get a little clean up here. Okay. So now this is SCO3. No, what am I doing? I already did SCO3. We need to do green. Just cleaned up for our leaves. Focus. So this is 213. Give him a scrape and a roll. And now we're ready to pop that straight in that little V. The V becomes kind of obvious once you've done this image a couple of times. And the V I'm talking about is right here at the bottom of this image. Okay, and then this guy again, that SC09 with that green shift, that sparkle that just makes it pop. So you can see how sheer that guy is. But when you come over top of the image, like I say, you can see it kind of come to life. And give it a little wiggle. Oh, love the red. That's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay. So what color outline do we want to give this guy? I think maybe, let's go dark with the red. Or do we want to go gold? Nah, let's go dark. Let's keep it kind of deep and rich looking. So we'll use the black over top of this whimsical kind of outline here. And the V. Here we go. Give it a push and a wiggle. Check it out. So you can see how it just gives it depth. Let's grab, just gonna give that a little wipe with a cotton because I'm gonna put some top coat over top of it. I wanna make sure it doesn't separate. That's a little trick for you. You can see how it didn't affect the image at all. I just take a dry, make sure it doesn't have any polish remover on it, dry cotton, and give it a little rub. That way, if there was any oils from your stamper that have been left behind on that nail, then you're not going to get the separation when you put your top coat on. I just want to put the top coat on and show you how it just kind of melds together. So pretty. So pretty. Popping the colors here. Okay, so let's move on to the next little idea that I have here. I'm going to take that off. Don't want to spend the time curing that guy. It's gone. That's okay. That's okay. We can do it again. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way. Over here, and I want to show you, if you are a texture fan like I am, I love texture on manis, especially underneath maybe an image, you want some sort of base that has some interesting texture to it. And these plates, oh my goodness, I love these texture plates. So this one is CJS 200, and there's 3 or 4 of them in this series. With a little bit varying themes. This one's my fave. This one I reach for often. So let's go ahead and show you with our shifting polishes here what you can do with just a quick little swipe. What do we got here? We got a coppery one. What else do I have? Coppery one, those are for outlines. We already used the blue and the green, and that one, well, let's use this one then, the coppery one. What I want to do with this guy is let's go over top of one of these mauvey looking nails. And we'll do this double image here. So this is going to be our color shifting layer. You can see how sheer that is. And come over top of this guy. And look what happens. Isn't that stunning? Oh, just like that. You don't even need the second layer. Just that interesting pattern and the shifting of the colors and the light. Oh, just gorgeous. But let's go ahead. Well, let's go ahead. You know me, I'm never gonna stop at just one layer. Let's go ahead and do the second layer too. And I think, do I wanna go lighter or do I wanna go darker with this second sort of detail? I think maybe let's go darker. Let's go with, this is 060, so it's antique luster. It's just kind of a shimmery, chocolatey brown. So let's go with that guy. And depending on what color you choose, of course, it's gonna be a completely different look. So this one's a little on the dark side. So now we've gotta figure how to line this guy up. So I'm just gonna hover over top until I see my diamonds kind of come into place. And once I like where they're sitting, I just commit and give it a push. And now we've got a little bit of extra detail. Oh, so pretty. So that was SC07, that kind of coppery shift, and our antique luster 060. And that plate is CJS 200. There's tons and tons of really neat textury, playful images on this plate. Like the possibilities literally are endless. I really love this plaid one too, that it's really kind of broken up and it looks fuzzy. It almost looks like a sweater. So that's this guy here. Anyway, lots of fun. That's one of my favorite plates. One of my favorite of probably, 200 favorite plates. All right, let's put that guy aside. And then I thought this might be kind of neat to show you. Now this is CJS 243, this guy. Lots of fun stuff on there. I thought to show you the wooden, this just looks like wood. And it's kind of a neat look. Actually, what color do we want to use for the wood? Oh, that one's nice and orangey. That guy's a little purpley red. I think we want to go with something a little more orangey. Orangey or brownie? Let's go with this guy again. Just because it's supposed to be wood, we want it to be pull a little bit of brown tone. So SC07. I can get it up high enough here. Zoomed in. Okay, and this is our cut wood looking image down here. So I'm just gonna give it a quick, there you can see. And we're gonna go over top of this lighter colored. Hang on, let's pick some of the knots. There's like 3 knots right there. Use those knots. So this I'm just using as a nice subtle base for this look. And then what I would do with that is probably go something fun over top. Like let's add a flower. Let's go ahead and add the flower. Let's use red. We got red out here, number 62. Do a pretty red posy. Lift up that. Oh, got a hair in there somewhere too. No fuzz allowed. Grab the sticky pad and get rid of that. And let's just pop our flower. How's this gonna work? Let's go like so. And let's do a light colored center. I don't want to use one of the shifting ones in there. just something plain, so 0.34. Whoops, that one's a little thick. Let's see how she lifts. Oh, not bad. That'll work. That'll work. And pop that guy right in the center. And then we need some green. So we've got these guys out here, 213. I do need to clean up a tiny bit in here. Make sure that those are gonna lift okay. And that she's dry. So here's our stem. There's gonna be one more layer after that. Just because, why not? Let's do all the layers. Let's do all the layers. There's our pretty little stem. And then I'm gonna grab, I think I'm just gonna go with our antique luster again, or you could do black and do these itty bitty little dots that are just gonna go in the center of that flower. There we go. And now we'll go right in the middle with those cute little dots. Shake it in there, Debbie. And look at that. Let's get my great big flower out of the background here so you can just see this guy. So there's that subtle little wooden kind of background with that shifting color, and then a really pretty little flower over top. And again, that was CJS 243, that plate. Okay. So what else do we want to do here with our color shifting polishes? I think we've got room on this to go ahead with our Prismatic and our Angelic tints. Clean up just a little bit, kind of stuff everywhere. Tends to be how it goes when you're stamping though, doesn't it? It's fun to make a mess. Yeah, those are semi-cleaned up. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the difference between the Prismatic tints and the Angelic tints. What you are looking at, the Prismatic tint is the color. So the Prismatic and the Angelic are both the same 5 colors, but one of them is in a clear base and one of them is in a white base. And the white base is a lot like our Angelic white, which is how they got the name Angelic tint. So that is a white base. So let's look at the difference. I can show you that easily with just one swipe. Now, what do we got here? This is CJS 198, really pretty ocean themed plate. I'm gonna show you these tints. So this is Angelic tint 05 and Prismatic tint 05. So technically they're the same color, just in different bases. So I'll put the Angelic on the bottom and the Prismatic on the top. You can even see there a little bit of difference already. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. We'll see, I guess, when I'm editing. But here we go. I'm just gonna give it one swipe so they don't combine a whole bunch. And pick that up. And you can see that white on the bottom compared to the clear up above. And we'll just go right down the middle. Pop that on this gorgeous deep colored base here just to make everything pop. And look at the difference between those two colors. So the Angelic still has that blue tint to it, but it's just got that white base that changes it ever so slightly. Ever so slightly, and yet when you see it here, quite dramatically. So you do get a very different look. All right. Let's go ahead and pop another Angelic. Get this guy out of the way. We'll clean him up later. Oh, what do we got here? This is CJS 178, just a gorgeous lace plate. If you do not have this in your collection, I'm telling you, add it to your list. Add it to the wish list for sure. It's a very, very pretty, very useful plate. I was gonna say for underneath stuff or as bases, but honestly, it's so gorgeous that it's all you need. Like just a beautiful lace nail as an accent nail, just something simple. If you're in a hurry, you're on your way out and you want to do something cute. Oh, this one's a super simple, really pretty option for you. So let's get rid of these blue ones. Let's do something different. We got here, oh, that's 34. That's the mama. We've got 01 and 01. So let's do the same. Let's do the same thing, basically, so that you can see them side by side. And we'll put them over top of something dark so that it pops. Get that guy out of the way. Okay. So what do we got here? That's the Angelic. So let's put that guy on the bottom like we did on the other. Stay consistent here. And there's the Prismatic. Put it up above. One scrape so they don't combine. And then put over top of this blue. So there's our colors. And let's go over top of the blue so we can see it. It makes for a really neat kind of ombre effect too, as you can see. So the top is definitely more sheer, and then the Angelic on the bottom, you've got that little milky addition to that, and that gorgeous swirly image underneath. Really, really pretty. All right, so I hope that helps you just to know the differences between the color shifting, the Angelic, the Prismatic. Definitely there's some differences there that I wanted to clarify, and I appreciate the question because I love it when we hear your questions. It shows me what you need to know, and then I'm happy to do these videos. So please, if there's anything you're wondering about, anything you want to see, don't hesitate to ask. We're always happy to jump in here and do a video and show you what we can. Always happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.